Hello, hello! Here always from Cremona, Italy for the Virtual NAMM 2021. A very interesting experience, and we are recording several step videos. Scala Perfetta, Future Master, Only Master Edgar, Min and Edgar, Viola, all the violas, viola from Scala Perfetta to Master. We did different videos in order that if there is somebody asking something, I can just put it online and they can hear the difference. Then all my instruments, when they are ready and still available, are on my website in the web shop. And we recorded for every violin, for instance, 3 different songs. So in order that you can listen to every instrument very precisely, always with this setup which you can actually see. It's a 48 € Rode microphone, and over there is my cell phone, my iPhone. We don't make any advertising for phones here, but it's just a very simple setup. And we don't make any adjustment or anything, it's just the way it is. And so when you get the instrument, very likely it sounds even better. Today we make a viola comparing. All 5 violas, viola without S, are made from myself over a time frame from 1998 all the way up to I think 2015, 16, 17, something like this. And there are some interesting instruments, and actually we focus more, all the models are more or less similar. It's because I made myself my own model and then I adjusted it in all different sizes, except the 40.5, which is the Stradivari X Mala Stradivari. So we have here now in the hands of Hee-Sun Lee. She's usually playing the violin, but I think she's doing pretty good, or even with the viola, so you will hear. In order to get adjusted to the size, she's just playing very slow a scala all the way up, in order that you get used to it, and then she plays something on every viola. And we have a 39 centimeter viola, which is pretty tiny. Then we have a 40.5, which is a very comfortable size and fits actually to everybody. Then we have a 41.5 Mantegazza model. Then we have a 42.5 with a measurement from a 42. And then we have a 43.5 viola, so it's getting really huge. Okay? And you will see also the 43.5 is, I need to help her, you know. It's just so much, but it's sound-wise, I think it's very nice to hear the differences. And yeah, let's listen to this, okay? this is pretty easy, huh? For a violin player, it's the perfect viola. Just want to show you here. This is his lap cut bag. I made it a little bit larger, so it is actually a interesting instrument. 39 centimeters the body length measured from the side to the side. Actually, you measured on the back from one side like this, from side to here. Yeah, with a nice, charming scroll. It's I wouldn't say it looks like a violin, because a violin doesn't have this body like this, but it's cozy. Yeah. Prendiamo il 40 e mezzo, the 40.5 Stradivari X Mala. Very interesting. I think it's always, every time I hear this viola, I always like it a lot, because it's also very beautiful to look at. The back is out of Italian poplar, and usually the Italian poplar is too much flamed, so then it actually isn't that good anymore. But here it is slightly flamed and slightly slap cut, so it's perfect wood for a viola. And the smaller the viola is, the more it is important that the type of wood you use is perfect. The top is from the Val di Fiemme, Haselfichte, Maschiato, how we say here in Italy. And well, I put it on the Eva Perazzi Gold, which I think is a good string. It has less tension, and so it's more powerful. And it's very similar, by the way, to the Larsen also, or you can also combine it with the Eva Perazzi, with the green ones. But here I have the Eva Perazzi Gold and a charming scroll out of maple. Yeah, this viola I think I made in 2004. Yes, 2004. Okay, 16 years ago. Damn, years go by, huh? Okay, so then we have here the viola I made 2020, which is the Mantegazza. I finished it this year actually, and it's a copy of an instrument which is played by Michael Strasser, a viola player from the Vienna Philharmonic, a good friend of mine. Yeah. the bigger they become, the more they fill the room. Huh? This you can definitely tell. I hope you can get that via a registration like this. Here I just wanted to show you this very typical Mantegazza scroll, which is very oval, and it is I made the pictures of the one which Michael owns. He actually wanted to buy a viola, and then when he asked for the loan, the National Bank, which is actually the main sponsor of the Philharmonic Orchestra in Vienna, said, well, then we go and buy it for you. And here also the back is a one-piece, slightly slap cut, which is also very good. And actually, like the original, very high arching, which makes the whole instrument like with a big volume and good sounding. Yeah. Also here I have the Eva Perazzi Gold on it. Slowly, slowly I change from all my violas to Eva Perazzi Gold. Then we have an interesting viola which I made years ago. This was in 1993. How old are you? When are you born? Oh, you never should ask something like this. Sorry, I'm sorry, this was not nice. But it could be that she was not born at that time. Non sei nata... Dopo. Dopo.
No. Io.
Sei nato prima del 1900... Prima del 93? Sul serio?
87?
No. Scusami, pensavi che molto più giovane. Okay, sorry, actually sorry. That was also an indirect compliment, but I thought she is much younger. And, okay. But this is 1993. 1993, you know, you have to imagine that I finished violin making school in 1990, 3 years before I made this viola. And I very much remember how I made this instrument. And I made it for a customer in Austria, in Graz, for his son. He was a viola teacher in Graz at the conservatory. Wow, this is sorry. Reinhard, I think, and his son, Robert, got this viola and played then for many years on that viola, and then at a certain point, he just said, hey Edgar, you know, I heard that you take it back for the same price we are. And then I really asked 2 times if he really wants to sell it for the same price back, because, well, you certainly, at the time you're selling, it always seems extremely expensive. But the years go by, and then it seems like, I didn't say ridiculous, but certainly I love to buy back my own instruments for the same price, without the consumption tax, certainly. And in that case, I certainly bought it back. So I'm actually very proud to have it. Or then actually my mother said, Edgar, I would love to own an instrument of yours as a kind of an investment, okay? So now this instrument is in property of my mother, okay? So whoever is going to buy it is actually buying it from my mother. And but my mother is a nice person, says, Edgar, you think about the price. And that's what I do. If I get back an instrument, I always sell it for the new price, and every year I slightly go up, how you might know, okay? So this instrument now is at least now, over 4, it's 5, 6 times more worth than it has been paid at that time. So this is just to show you how prices are actually going up here on the instrument section. And for people who buy an instrument, it's just buy it, don't sell, and you will become pretty rich over the years. Prima lo segniamo e poi vediamo davanti alla camera. So here 42.5 with the 42 dimension of the strings, okay? So it's actually still easy to handle, but just this half centimeter already over there, you know, it's getting tough. This is a pretty good sounding instrument, huh? Maybe not so easy to handle, but it's, from all the viola, probably is the one which I love the most, probably because it's from many years ago. A lot of history has this instrument. I show you here, you can also see how it has even some craquelé. I made it actually a new style when I made it, and this is really from because Robert Diethard was playing that much here. All the dirt and all this consumption was just many, many years of playing. And here also how the scroll has been used away, the worn off the varnish slightly. The pegs are still the original pegs here. And yeah, I think it's a very nice top, very nice Haselfichte, super nice work, quite equal varnish. At the time I used a very traditional violin wood for the back, but because it is so big, it's actually done very good. But if you make it smaller, it's better to have a slap cut when it's becoming bigger. Then the matter of material doesn't influence that much anymore. So this is already oil varnish, and I think a very nice example of 1993 Edgar Russ. Wow. Yeah? And now I show you the one which is the big 43.5. It's if we have it, and if you have a small child and you put an end pin, then you can also play it like this, okay? This is really huge. This is for a viola player. It is actually property of a viola player from the Vienna Philharmonic. He's over 2 meters tall, and he just wants that I have it here. And in case I find a new owner, then it's nice. It's a little bit that years ago it was quite popular that people were searching for these super big viola. If you are tall and you have wide fingers like me, this here, my finger span is 27 centimeter, then it's easy, okay? But at that time, the fashion was that even smaller people were playing huge instruments, and that's really a fatigue. So certainly a tall and big instrument makes a bigger sound. And when the viola becomes this big, the main problem for the maker to construct an instrument like this is actually that it's losing its focus, and then it's a little bit like this, but it doesn't really sound anymore. And here I have to say that I think I choose the right wood, which is similar to a violin wood, very strong wood for this big instrument, a one-piece perfect cut, not slab cut, but perfect cut back in order that it's strong and resistant and doesn't lose the focus, and a very strong Haselfichte for this long 43.5 body, and the string length is similar like a 42, a little bit taller, but yeah, this is an instrument which is interesting, and I made it in 1999, so interesting, 21, 22 years ago. Yeah. It's not easy to handle, huh? Very interesting. Which one did you like the most? Let me know, right? This is important here. And which one would you choose? La più piccola? The smallest. Ok, ok. Ah, pensavo magari qualcosa un po' più grande. Ah, ti piace proprio così? Ok, hai capito. Interessante. Yeah, that was interesting. I hope you enjoyed this one as well. I think it's always interesting to compare and to see how things under the fingers of one or another are responding. They're different a little bit. They're certainly, the bigger they are, they make the room bigger, and then it's always certainly a question of your fingers, your structure, and the bigger it is, certainly the better the sound, but it's always, are you willing to pay the price for a huge instrument? If you're very tall, a big instrument is not a big fatigue, and if you're professional, it's also coming quite well. But okay, choose one, go on my web shop, and you can listen to the instruments again. Enjoy it. Bye bye. This is from the NAMM. Bye bye. Bye bye.